All right, y'all. So I don't know who this is for, but I had to get on here because in the moment of when I was just praying and talking to God about some things going on in my family, He reminded me of how you're not a punk. And when he said that, it made such a difference. Let me walk when I see this. It made such a difference in the way that I pray, because I know when I pray, things change. I know when I intercede, things change. And I know no matter what's going on in my family and in my life, things change. So when I was going in, at first I was going in kind of weeping, like, oh my God, it can't be just happening. But then I had to turn around and I had to understand that everything that I'm saying, I say it with the power and authority that rests on the inside of me. So I can't just come with a weak sounding prayer and think He's going to move. No, I'm going to open my mouth and begin to declare, thus says the Lord. So when I do that, and when I did that, I felt the whole atmosphere just shift around me. And where I was weak and where I couldn't think at first, and where I was all in my feelings and all that, that's where I started checking out of that and getting to the spiritual realm where I know I can have things move and have things shift on my behalf and the behalf of my family and things like that. So saying all that to say, when you pray with that roaring lion on the inside of you. Don't let your circumstances quiet your mouth. You open your mouth and you roar. You are a lion in the spirit. When a lion roars, I had a prophet tell me this, when a lion roars, the roar can be heard 5 miles away. So imagine you praying, how when you come in like a lion, how big of a roar your prayer is, where it scatters the whole darkness, when it scatters the whole demonic presence and the demonic enemies and all these things that are trying to come against you and stop you. You roar loudly. You seek God like never before. You go in for your family and then some. Don't be afraid to stand up for what you know and what you got going on. You speak the word that says the Lord. You decree and declare. You decree and declare, thus says the Lord. You speak. You're not no punk by far. And when God said that, I was like, oh my God, like, great. Then you had to say it like that. But He said, you're not a punk by far. Open your mouth and declare, thus says the Lord. Open your mouth and let that roar go out. Let the roar go forth. Because when you open your mouth, things shake, the enemy scatter. He can't stay when you open your mouth. So let that lion on the inside of you leap. Let it go forth. Let it push you into places you never thought you were going to go before. Open your mouth and let the darkness scatter. Let it be moved and let everything be consumed by the almighty fire of God. But open your mouth. Be that lion. Be that lion and roar. And just roar.